And before we go into the map, just again, shout out to our giveaway. Misty will be dropping that in chat for you guys if he's not lazy. It is, of course, the Western Digital SSD, 250 gigabytes. That's a lot of photos of Harry's hair and Tom's lack of hair for your hard drive, so be sure to check that out. And that'll be over on the official UKGT Twitter. But we're going into the pistol here. We have uFrag with a triple mid setup on pistol round. This is cool. exceL setting up outside along. Sadly, they're not going to walk into this stack, but Claw is going to be the only person holding onto the A site. He has a lot resting on his shoulders here.
Get everyone out towards long. They're just going to be holding things steady for the time being, not peeking out just yet. Frank, I've got two players up short. Oh, a nice quick Glock shot from Cryptics to open this one up. Does see Claw going down very early on. All five players did manage to make it across, but then they send, I believe that's Mole, back over towards long. He's going to be trying to watch that from pit. Two players here making their way on through. He's got to try and shut them out early on, as they could cause some problems for the guys trying to hold over towards long. Jenko does find hype. Pommy next to be up for grabs, and Jenko finds him as well. He's on two frags. It's all on Dom, and oh, Jenko in with a third at the end. All three headshots. A wonderful display of marksmanship there on the pistol round, and 1-0 to the side of exceL as they pick that up.
Great stuff there indeed, and obviously coming into the second map, we can imagine a little bit of confidence going the way of exceL after such a great comeback, and maybe the opposite with some tilt from uFrag, obviously. They really shouldn't have missed out on Overpass, but maybe they can bring this back to a draw. Obviously, this is a best-of-2 format, so there's always potential for a draw into this series, which is still going to be something that uFrag are, hedging their bets on here. But currently, I'm about to say uFrag, exceL deep over in middle. They've got a couple of players ready up short. We have uFrag with a bit of aggression in lower tunnels, and that's going to get a lot of information onto the whereabouts of exceL, making it very clear that this is going to be the full short commitment. But Mole, he's holding the flank. Pommy may walk into it. He just misses him by a second, but not missing anyone is Cray. Coming in through the T-spawn, he should be able to find Jesp here. He's already preoccupied with Claw's position over at long, and Jeff's just going to walk right into him. Oh, the knife! Cray misses it. Jeff's going to get the kill, turns back around, pulls out the Glock for a little bit more, but he's got his teammate support. Mole should be able to drop Claw here, and exceL, they should have this round in the bag.
Yeah, you know what they say about UK teams, they don't tilt, they disband, and if anything was going to cause uFrag to go down like a sinking ship, it will have been that knife miss there from Cray. You can see this could be exceL's second round being picked up here. Just going to be taken down. That is going to be it. They want to try and grab his UMP over towards mid, but it looks to get shut down here. Hype actually able to find MCK, so they're making this fairly costly. They do get two UMPs out of it. Cryptics, who pushes up towards short, grabs the AK, and Jenko in from the lower tunnels there. It's going to be able to deal with Dom at 2-0 right now. exceL find themselves the anti-eco.
Yep, and not an extremely costly one at that. Obviously, they lose 3 players, but still keeping a couple of rifles isn't going to be too bad. So now going into this one, uFrag are just going to have a PT50 or 2 here, so not too much to play with at least. And exceL should be ready to just mow down these CTs. USPs are not going to be the most effective guns, even at a range. exceL, bit of a fast short play already. They spotted 3 players over towards long, and a nice reactive play to at least try and catch them out, expecting these players to not have rotated back towards the A site in time, and they will at least take down Cray, who gets a bit overzealous in middle. Claw pushes up on long, he goes down. Lower tunnel control going to be released as Pommy, he has to back off as he receives a lot of damage, but right now exceL just hitting in towards the B site, away from the stack of players from uFrag, and still with MCK to hold the flank.
Oh, Hype able to find some good damage out of Jesp in mid. It does take him down. Now it's a 2-on-3. Dom making his way around from behind. Does have a USP. Oh, doesn't have a face anymore as that gets taken off. Now it's all on Hype. 1 versus 3. Trapped in towards CT. Free Fire does land a bit of damage out of Cryptics. Mole now peeking out wide. They really want to try and get this frag. And they do. So it's going to be 3-0 as exceL. They pick up that first pistol and the 2 anti-ecos. And now uFrag can finally buy on down.
Yep, AWP going to be up on Hype as well. Jenko's still got his AWP in his hand, so exceL, they're going to be ready for this. Issue is Hype obviously hasn't got that armor to support it, and that could be quite dangerous up against peeking AKs, but at least it's easier than being on the T side. You can just hold an angle, post up with that AWP, and I'm sure that's going to be what he's doing here. Again, exceL setting up towards the top of middle. I like the setup already. It's a default. They have obviously MCK down and lower, and he can just split in towards short, split in towards a mid to B, or even go through tunnels if they want to hit into the B site at any point. So right now, just putting down that Xbox smoke, it should allow them a free passage down to cross towards short if uFrag have an AWP over in middle. They don't. They're playing that double B setup, which, while can be very effective to hold against the mid to B with the addition of Dom in middle, can also be dangerous. If exceL go for a fast long play, uFrag are going to have the majority of the players on the other side of the map. But Pommy, he catches up the first kill in middle. MCK will go down, and receiving no damage in the meantime as well is going to be very positive for uFrag.
Pommy finds himself a second over towards mid, looking for a third. Jenko might get caught out here. It does find good damage, but can't quite connect the shots. Goes down at mid. Jenko still playing this same angle. Hasn't been dealt with just yet. But Pommy already picking up 2 frags over towards middle. Has thrown a significant spanner in the works here for the side of exceL. 2 players trapped up towards short. They can't quite make their way on a catwalk as well. They're finally going to go for the peak, but Dom able to get one. Mole finally mops him up, deals with that problem. Pommy tries pushing out mid, but Jess looks to try and catch him off guard. Might be able to do so. Does have the Molotov, and oh, it's going to be heating up. That gets perfectly denied by the smoke, but bullets are the answer. Take him down. Now it's all on hype to hold off the A site. He's able to find one out into Mole, and with only 18 seconds left, Jess has to be quick. But quicker than a bullet, there's nothing he can live up to there. It's going to be 1-3 as uFrag, they pick up their first round there in the rifle.
Yeah, now exceL can technically bring up a buy. MCK can drop a rifle, and they should have a full buy aside from one player, but still, interesting enough to see MCK prioritizing nades over another AK drop. I'm not too sure if I like the idea, because either way, Jesp and Yenko can still buy nades, so I really question that. But aside from that, a decent buy is going to be coming up from exceL. 2 pistols may be a bit of an issue, but the amount of utility from uFrag being quite low, I mean, neither team has a perfect buy at this point. So exceL, fast up short they go. There are 3 players on the A site. Hype again, posted up with the AWP. This time he has armor though, so that's going to be a little more support his way. So no aim punch going to be affecting him at least. And exceL, they may be able to catch him out as he gets a bit aggressive here over towards the short box. MCK just below his angle. Oh, Cryptics, what a shot there. Rounding the corner, gets the entry, and now pushing up towards short. It's just going to be Dom to defend this one. The other player over towards A has to defend long, but there's no one coming from that position. Dom lines up one, catches out Cryptics. Bomb going to go down for short, but Dom's not done yet. 2-3, and goes in for more. Gonna run out of ammo, and Jess will overrun him, but it's still going to be a 3-on-2 for uFrag. Go into this retake.
The one Jasper alone and over towards ramp. He gets caught out reloading, and that's going to be the second on the board now for uFrag. 2-3 as they start to forge their comeback here in the rifle rounds to try and equalize things out at a 3-3 scoreline. Bomb will be going down, but that still should mean exceL won't have enough to buy. You will have MCK, who's going to be sitting on a fairly significant bank. Everyone else few hundred off of being able to buy up into this one. I'm going to be interested to see if they go for it to try and keep the pressure on, not to allow uFrag to build up too much of an economy, seeing as they have been able to deal a lot of damage in these last couple of rounds. They will just bite the bullet here. Oh, no, never mind. There we go. There's the force buy. They force buy on down, trying to maximize their damage to the economy. And, oh, already it's going to be extremely bad here for exceL. Hype up mid on the back of the AWP. Drops out Jenko. Going to be significant economic damage done to the side of exceL.
Yeah, not the way you want to start off a round getting picked down middle like that, but that's just the risk you take when you go for a force buy like this and pull out a scout. Either way, they can still definitely get these entries. They have the 2 rifles, MCK and Jess, both got to be on them. If you can just position MCK towards an area where he can entry, then there's definitely potential for him to make something work. Up towards middle they go though. Potential mid to B split's going to be coming through, but they haven't got any players in tunnels, so this is likely just going to be a probe. Push out into mid. If they can get a couple of entries, split up towards B. If not, then yeah, no real loss there. Maybe a couple of players, but it is only a 4, so you've not got a whole lot of pressure on your shoulders. Oh, Cray, what was that peek though? Running out through the window, going to get taken down. Pommy overrun with players, but Dom does catch one out from CT in the meantime, so at least it makes it a little bit easier for uFrag as they secure that man advantage. But bomb down, post plants in, uFrag have got to go in for the retake.
4 on site, but Mole can't find it. There you go. He finally does. They're going to be in a fairly good place to try and hold onto the site here. The only danger is the low HP on Mole, taken down even lower thanks to that nade. Claws playing up close here, but MCK takes him down. Now it's a 2-on-2, and oh, Mole with a nade of his own from downtown. It's going to be Mole taking down Dom, and now it's all on Hype. A nice flick in through the window. He's got to try and find a second. Time's running out. He's got to do it quickly. Oh, there we go. Point blank takes him down. And I think there's just enough time left for the defuse there. It's going to be 3-3 as uFrag. They claw that one back from the edge of defeat.
Close to fuse as well. I mean, got down to the milliseconds there, so really, really good stuff from Hype, especially with that first flick. But I don't know, you can, with mole's position there, I feel like maybe he could have justified a peek to try to trade that kill out after Hype got the first pick, but maybe not. Maybe you could have justified him just playing safe because he was low HP. I don't know. It's hindsight, isn't it? Dom and Hype, though, going to be mowing down these players over and long. exceL repeatedly forcing, understandably due to the bomb plant money and the loss bonus combining, but it is going to result in quite a few shoddy buys here, and this being definitely one of them. Jeff's only on a deagle, and they've already lost 2 players early on, so uFrag, they're making it costly for exceL.
Yeah, but not much is happening right now. Nothing presenting itself from the side of uFrag. Bomb's already down him towards long, so why would they go for any sort of peek? Flash out mid. Don't find anything. The only player within earshot is going to be Craig, who's just waiting in CT. He's, of course, backed up by Hype with the AWP at Crossroads and Pommy potentially being ramped. There's a lot of players nearby who can try and collapse on towards middle to shut this down. Jesper's alone making his way out long, and there's 3 players here to eliminate him. He tries peeking on out. It's going to be tagged down low. They continue to make their way out mid. Still 45 seconds left. Mole is about to walk out into the waiting arms of Cray. The timing not in his favor. He's going to be taken out. I know trade frag to come through from MCK just yet. He does do the damage onto Cray, but he can't take him out. Has to force the issue. You can already see the Hype is looking at downrange with the AWP, and that's going to lead to him being guillotined out of the equation in this one, leaving it all on Jesp. 1 versus 5. Pause is going to be called on in. And I mean, I think now's a good time for the major update. For those of you who do want to know, it's currently 15-3 with Gambit in the lead, but with FaZe rapidly closing the gap. So there we go.
Interesting stuff. Round going to be over though for exceL. Jesp, I mean, at this point you should probably just run out and die, right? Because you're not getting any loss bonus, and it's almost maximized. So it's the kind of round you'd want to feel. Why is he? Oh, okay, that's good. I like that. Gets himself an AK. That's a real risk though, but no, that makes sense now. I mean, the loss bonus next round after they lose this one isn't going to be great, so he still won't be able to buy, but he can always get a Tech 9 and some armor or a SMG. It's not going to be the worst. And the fact that he's got an AK now means he can get something done in that sense, but still going to be another tricky round for exceL to try and convert, going back into the game after that short technical pause. Out into middle, we see already a double cross. Hype's going to be checking for the peak, but I can't imagine too much with going through. There's one there with a deagle, but really no point peeking down middle up against an AWP. I guess you're on eco, so you can justify it there, but the rest of exceL setting up for what looks like a potential fast B take with 2 players ready to hold this off, both equipped with smokes, nades, and molotovs. This is going to be a complete mow down.
Either wait or try and push through that smoke, and it looks like waiting going to be the last thing on their minds as they are stacked up here. I'm actually going to wait for the first smoke. Never mind, going to push on through. Flash does go out, but they're going to be cut down by Pommy and Cray here. Actually, 2 frags between them. The refrags coming in thick and fast on behalf of Cryptics and MCK. That's going to be rifles now across the board for the side of exceL for them to try and play around with here. They've just got to cross to try and get that bomb down. Also an incendiary dropped in the middle of the site. I believe that was from Pommy. Get taken out. The Molotov, of course, going to be able to help slow down this push when it does come underway. It's a 3-on-3, and retaking this B site is infamously hard, even in equal numbers. And with the utility advantage, you can see Claw wants to try and peek on out, but he's going to be tagged down low. The push just denied for the time being. Molotov going to buy that much more time. We're going to be on Cryptics, and oh my, MCK just burn typed to death. He doesn't step out the fire and flames fast enough, and that's going to be 4-4 secured now for exceL.
4-4 indeed. exceL actually make that crazy eco force YOLO buy work, and uFrag, they are going to still be able to buy, but I mean, double rifle, triple pistol, 2 of those deagles could be a dangerous one for them. Let's see if they can make it work. Okay, Mole, nice shot through the wall, going to be able to catch out Pommy there. Now he's down to 37, and also damage as Claw, he tries to escape the grasp of one of the players pushing up towards long. That's MCK to get the damage done. Nice though. Claw throws over the gun to Cray, who's actually not tagged up. but instead he only has a USP. They didn't trade out the pistols, which is something questionable there. But smoke out towards CT. That's going to mean Claw's kind of isolating his position, but he's going to go for the peak nonetheless. MCK eliminates him from the server. Hype does trade, but it's back into a 4-on-4, and exceL still continuing this aggressive long push. They have 2 CTs pushed out from the smoke, plus Dom on the side. This is going to be hard. Cray catches one. Oh, sorry, Jenko catches one on Cray and onto Hype. Dom trades, but he's down and out. And Pommy trying to pick up the pieces of this fallen round. exceL got a 3-on-1 in their hands.
All on Pommy, now it's all on no one as he gets taken down. exceL, they retake that lead. It's been very back and forth, but they finally put an end to the reign of tyranny from uFrag. You're able to win 4 rounds consecutively. Now exceL fighting back. Managed to take it to 5, and it looks like they could pick up a 6th here. You're going to be seeing MCK buys down that UMP, wants to try and farm up some cash. Mole to watch the cross to mid. He sees 2 players make it across. I imagine B will be the site in question. It is going to be just a flat eco from the side of uFrag for the time being. Pommy tries forcing aggressively up through the tunnels. Now going to pay the price for it as both of them get taken down. Dom walks to his peril in towards mid. And now it's just Claw and Hype. 2 versus 5. Make that a 1 versus 5 as Claw is going to be dealt with. And oh my god, Mole, that would have been amazing. Why did you ruin the montage? Why would you do that?
Hype, he actually does manage to get some damage off with that USP. Only one onto MCK, attempts to grab that rifle, but Jesp says no, and exceL 6-4, good stuff so far, but a buy again from uFrag is going to be what we see coming through, as an AWP found on Hype again without armor, as per usual, as he isn't quite on the high economical stance yet. The rest of his team, though, going to be up on the full rifles, and exceL definitely leading the charge in terms of economy. It would take a couple of round losses for them to even be considering an eco at this point, so that is a definite positive to at least have that to fall back on this T side, whereas uFrag, they are really trying to fight for anything they can get. They are scrounging for rounds. With only 4 on the CT side and currently at a streak of 3 for exceL, it's looking very, possible that exceL could start rounding out this half to be quite a dominant one.
It definitely is, especially with Claw over on the uFrag underperforming quite heavily right now. He's currently sitting on 1-1-7. Unless you're Master Chief, that stuff ain't acceptable. We can currently see that take some presence over here towards short. 4 players over towards there, and Jesp still watching mid. Yeah, sheer amount of utility on the side of exceL puts them above and beyond uFrag for the time being. You can already see it's only coming down to 3 flashes left now. If they lose this A site in the retake, they have no kills. And no utility either, with the exception of these couple of flashes, which are already going to be burned through as the push comes underway. Dom's waiting over in towards CT spawn, tries to peek on out now. He should be dealt with fairly swiftly as everyone's kind of checking the angle, but none of them can quite line up the shot just yet. Hype's got to go huge here. He gets the first, falls on back. That's going to be bomb dropped. And exceL, they've slowed things down a lot. That's bought so much time for uFrag to make their way onto the site. Mole able to get 1, but it's still a 4-on-4. Pommy, it's going to be Molotov up with Dumpster there, but Cray is able to find 1, looking for a second. He's done so much damage. Why did they allow uFrag so much time to rotate these players in? They had no utility. Cray's on 2, he's looking for a 3rd, and I mean, Jenko's just on the other side of the smoke, waiting patiently. It's all on Jesp, who looks to have DC'd over towards mid. That's going to be the defuse coming on in, and it's going to be 5-6.
Not the first time he's DC'd as well. Overpass, Jesp had the same issues here, so this is really not good, at least for his internet. Jesp is from Sweden, right? So this is the last kind of person I expect to DC. Rip Jesp. Either way, the round seemed fairly lost in itself, so a 6-5 isn't going to be too bad for exceL. Obviously, uFrag trying to claw their way back into this. Yeah, I do have a buy among them though. exceL, as I said, still got plenty of cash in the bank, so they're going to be going for the full buy again.
Again, fun fact, but Pommy actually found Jesp in that round and didn't kill him.
Oh, really?
They say the UKCSGO is the most toxic in the world. Well, then let me tell you, that was the nicest thing I've ever seen.
I would have killed him, dude.
And that is why the UKCSGO is just terrible, because of people like you. No, dude, nice people wouldn't have. Sportsmen like people in here, like Pommy. He's a wonderful guy. He's just raising the overall status of UK Counter-Strike as a whole. And it's because of people like you, Hugo, that people laugh at us. So there we go.
Well, I'm not a player, so it's okay.
Never will be with an attitude like that.
No, I never will be. I never want to be a pro. Casting's the way to go, man. best. Do you agree, Harry? Huh? You don't like your job, do you?
I love a bit of my job, man. I love it.
I love a bit of my job.
A bit of it, yeah.
Not all
There,
of it.
you know, there are things that I like more.
Like what?
Like, I don't know, dogs.
Dogs are pretty good. Like Bork remixes of good songs.
I don't even want to talk about Bork remixes because actually Gabe the dog sadly
I heard
died
about
the
that.
other day.
Quite funny.
And
Not funny,
me
but
and Lily were honest. That's horrible. Me and Lily were
Not funny, I
very
didn't mean that.
emotional about it all day, and still are now even.
what a shame, dude.
Because he was the most precious animal anyone's ever seen. Well, maybe not the most precious, but like incredibly precious. You know, my dogs sadly do rank ever so slightly above him, but I'm still incredibly emotional that Gabe has passed. But still, it's 5-6 right now. exceL, they do find themselves with a one-round advantage. They've got enough money to buy on down, thanks to Jesp just having this huge amount of money accrued in his bank account, along with Cryptics. Side of uFrag, they do have a very strong buy this time, a double op setup as well, but they have to make it work, or else the economy will be in tatters for 13.
Yes. Double up those should be good for uFrag. Be interested to see where they play these. I can imagine Hype will be going back up towards long, and Cray looks like he's already setting up to go towards either mid or B. I assume mid, but either way. Okay, interesting to see they've actually taken a weirder stance on their B control. Cray is playing with the AWP in B, and they have one player in middle. I mean, I like it. They go for that triple long stack, but fact of the matter is, playing one AWP on B is very hard to get, you know, multiple kills. I guess you can do that by any means. Mole goes down straight away, but if you get a rush into the B side and you have an AWP, it's very difficult unless you really angle yourself right to get more than one kill, or even two for that matter. So either way, he makes it work in the sense that he takes down Mole early on. Cryptics does retrieve the AWP, but still, exceL have a man disadvantage, and they are yet to say anything about that.
And as usual, our E-League updates. Gambit just beat FaZe 16-14. Incredibly close game, but still Gambit did come out on top. Perhaps we'll be seeing a similar trend this time around. As we can see, it looks to be fairly close thus far. The previous map was also a very, very close one indeed. Dust2 looks to be no different. Cray trying to lock down this B site, finds himself a second frag, putting Hugo's piece of advice there to shame about AWPs not really being too good at chaining together a couple of frags over towards B. He's already found two. He wants to try and find three for maximum disrespect to Hugo, and in all honesty, I completely support him in that endeavor. We can see Cray pushing up towards window now with the AWP in hand. Steadfast and ready, trying to open up another frag, potentially out on a Cryptics, who's playing up close and personal. You can see Janko's pushed in towards tunnel, and actually Dom takes him down there. And we'll eliminate him from the equation. Cray pushes him up, landing those hops. What's he doing? He's doing it sideways, admin. Oh my god, and now it's going to be a 6-6 scoreline as uFrag. They tie things up. The double orb setup remains in play as well, thanks to Dom and Hype both staying alive. And exceL, they've got plenty of money to buy on down once more. It is going to be a full buy for both sides. It's actually a uFrag, despite winning that previous one, who might be struggling a little bit in the future.
At least uFrag have brought this back from the deficit that they were at a couple of rounds ago. Equalize things up, and this is, I mean, after 16-14 and now having a 6-6, while we are early days, this is proving to be the closest match that we've had today. Earlier on with Endpoint versus Kaz, we were expecting that to be a little bit closer, but no, that was a stomp, and this that was supposed to be a stomp is close. So yeah, what can you really do? Prediction master Hugo here, obviously. I should leave that to Harry, and for Ryan to copy Harry as well. But out into middle, exceL go. A little less emphasis on B, so you can imagine it's going to look like a bit of an A split coming up through long and short, because we already have Jesp holding the outside along, and quite a few players boost up towards that short position as well, but it's still unsure. I mean, you can't really make an assumption. Close position though from Pommy, and if they split out middle without a flashbang, he is going to completely wreck some of these players. Flash is over though. They are going to commit to it. As I said, no flash. That's an issue. Pommy gets himself two. Dom rotates in as well, and we have three players holding on to middle. Jesp is going to be peeking up for a little bit more, but he gets tagged down in the meantime. Cryptic, so going to be able to get that bomb down on short. Hype has the knowledge and the whereabouts, obviously, but He doesn't really need to get in too aggressive. Wait for his teammates to rotate in. He only has an AWP, not the best retake gun indeed. And Jesp, he could actually make this one work. Oh my god, exceL, what's happening? Jesp gets one. Cray does trade, but Cryptix is still on site. Dom removes him from the equation, and Mole catches a flank. The bomb is down for him, but there are so many CTs to hold the angle. There's nothing he can do. Dom cleans it up, and uFrag finally take the lead.
It's reasonably insane right now just at how much hype and Dom, you know, pulling through for uFrag. Claw has had little to no impact in any of these rounds. You know, he's only on one frag, so it's almost a 4 versus 5 right now, and they're still doing phenomenally well against this exceL lineup. One that, you know, on Overpass looked to be very, very strong, at least in the second half. Maybe that's because they are a more CT-sided team. That did definitely seem to be the case earlier on. And oh, there's hype with a very, very quick start. Going to be dealing with MCK, shutting down this long aggression, and already exceL, they've slowed things right down.
Yeah. Still with Claw holding this car angle, playing the bait spot with hype. You know, taking the flak if they decide to push up. This could be good. It's rarely used because it typically results in you just getting 1 kill and then being dropped straight away. But they actually got a Molotov out. Oh no, they line up. 2 kills for Claw. Jeff's trades, but it's not enough. A 2 versus 4 now in play. And hype, he has the angle to clear it up. It's going to be the round go to uFrag. And what was looking like a close game is now extending its lead towards uFrag.
I mean, I'm not going to count exceL out just yet. We saw on the last map, you know, it was in favor of uFrag, at least heading into the second half. exceL had a very, very strong CT side. They seemed to be almost entirely in control when it came down to it. It was a 10-5 scoreline, I believe, in the first half on Overpass. So not going to count exceL out just yet. uFrag, though, they want to try and cement a 9th round if possible. What they're trying to do this time around, you can see they've pushed up hype over towards short. He's there with the AWP in hand, checking that lower tunnels angle, and if he swings out wide, we might be able to find a couple of frags over towards mid as well. You can see Bomb making its way back through T-spawn. That's because they've taken so much utility damage over towards A, and thanks to the aggressive positions from uFrag as well, it almost seems to be entirely off the cards. Now they push in towards B. All 4 players here, with the 5th going to be joining them soon. Like it could be a bit of a rush.
Yep, that seems to be the case. His close position could be good, but the Molotov going to go out. Pommy sprays Cryptix 1D through the smoke. That's unfortunate. exceL, though, they do receive a lot of damage in the meantime, and that is quite dangerous here on the T side. Time is still ticking away, and Cray is still expecting this B push. He's even called for his teammate to rotate back in. We have 2 AWPs here, and that's good. It's better than having 2 AWPs on the retake. They'll both be able to land those one-shots, and that's extremely important. But these Ts, yeah, they are yet to commit, and the Molotov, the smoke, sorry, still raining on in. Cray grabs himself one. Hype gets to shine up. Craig goes down. Oh, the entries from Mole, though, with 6 HP, gets himself 2 headshots. Bomb going down as well for exceL, and 2 players going to be left to rotate back in for this.
Not looking good here for uFrag, and they need every round they can get for when exceL swap things out onto that CT side. You can already see Dom and Claw trying to make their way on in. Now, Mole is tagged down very low, but he's already been able to make it count. 2 frags, like you say, despite being 6 HP, so these players have to use their utility wisely to make their way on in. Flashes go out. It's going to allow Claw to get 1. Dom comes on in, is going to be eliminated, and then Claw from tunnels dropped out of the equation. 2 frags to his name, but it isn't enough as Mole finds himself the hat-trick. Finish off the first half, 8-7. uFrag sporting the 1-round advantage as we head into the second half.
Yeah, really, really close, though. I mean, it's hard to make a prediction on who's going to be winning this map. Although, at the risk of getting it wrong, I will ask Harry, what do you think? You saying exceL with 7 rounds are going to convert, or uFrag with 8 are going to win?
I reckon exceL are going to take this to
Okay, interesting. I'm not going to say anything because I'm always wrong.
No, Hugo, come on, you have to. You can't
no,
do that.
I think exceL are going to win then.
Okay. In that case, I want to change mine. No,
oh, for God's
I'm
sake.
kidding. But no, it is going to be exceL over on that CT side. You can already see uFrag. They've gone quite interestingly into this. 2 players out long to try and fake this rush, and they do find that frag on a Jesp. Already that's caused the rotate from Cryptix and Mole. Janko's making his way off of B as well. And it's going to be completely open for the side of uFrag to make their way on in. Jesp... Right, Janko does fall on back. He's alone on the site. He's going to be quickly dealt with by those 3 uFrag players. Now the rotate coming in from long does leave these 2 but thick behind enemy lines to try and shut down the retaking players. And I really like this pistol strategy. Now Pommy finds himself alone over towards short, but he's just delaying the retake so much. Can be able to find it first, looking for a second, but Mole shuts him down. It's all on Mole, 1v3. So much time has gone already. It can't be done. It's going to be a 7 scoreline secured here for uFrag as they mop up the pistol round.
Yeah, great stuff from them. Nice way to get that bomb down guaranteed at least. And uFrag, they are going to be able to go into the second half leading this one. That's why they're my prediction to win this game, Harry. You know? I'm calling it.
What?
uFrag will win. You can go exceL.
uFrag will win. Okay, that's fine. I'll let you change. That's so good.
Also, Ryan is here in the stream. Ryan, do you wanna check that Facebook group chat, by the way, when you can? And when you can means now. Very important stuff.
I think Ryan's waiting to hear my predictions.
Oh yeah, true. Just to steal it. Oh, Nay, you're here. Great. I'm so glad to tell you that Optic have been eliminated from the group stages of the major, not even making it to the playoffs. I can't wait for our measured and balanced discussion on Jinx on Friday. That's if I haven't been fired yet. But outside of B seems to be the setup for uFrag here. Ready and waiting. They have a couple of rifles as well as one SMG here just on Claw. He's probably going to be the entry player trying to mop up these, well, I was about to say armorless players, but they're of course not armorless. Going to be Cryptics to flash himself in. Not getting any information though, so that may deceive exceL here because they think that the B site is probably empty here and that uFrag won't be heading towards it because there's no one peeking in tunnels, but in fact that's the opposite. All of them are stacked outside of the tunnels. And this is going to be the full commitment that Cryptics is not ready for. Because you can see already his teammates are rotated out of the site.
And it's worked perfectly. They've rotated one of the players up B. It's all on Cryptics. He does get that first frag out on a Claw, and no one's pushed through after it just yet. I don't know what they're doing, but they're taking their time. A little bit indecisive here. Not really sure if they want to go face the same fate as Claw has. I mean, he's basically cannon fodder at this point anyway, right? They send him in against the guns. He gets cut down, and they know that way is just a no-go. Pretty much the World War I strategy, I think, is what was being employed there. Just sending men against the guns. Dead now. They're going to be making their way towards B. 4 players. Oh my god. 4 players making their way on in, but Mole going to be able to shut one down with this deagle. Oh my god. Mole's on 2. He's looking for a third. What are you doing, Mole? Oh my god. You're insane. You're a deagle king. Finally gets shut down. Pommy's able to find one, but then Jesper in from the site with the CZ is able to deal with Pommy, putting it to a 9-8 scoreline. And Hugo, do you want to retract your statement about uFrag winning this? I'll give you one more shot.
No. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to go strong. I believe in the boys. Even though I think exceL are better. Actually, no, I retract it. Yeah, Mole just got the entry, so, you know. Yeah, exceL going to win this, dude. God, I'm triggered. uFrag, though, pistols and armor up through middle they go. Potential mid to B, but without that smoke, Jesper's going to be able to isolate these players down middle. So, good luck to them. Cryptics is just jump spotting the door, so they have all the information they need with the crossfire from both Jesp and Cryptics. This is going to be perfect to hold down the site. But here we go, out into middle. Maybe they should have invested $300 of those dollars into a smoke because they are going to give away all the information they need. MCK on the site. Pommy trying to land some deagles, trying to copy Mole, not going to be able to connect. Jesp is coming in from behind, but Pommy, he gets the kill. Cryptics just trying to hold off into the tunnels, and oh dear, this is dangerous. $600 a kill. That's a lovely bit of money for him there. And exceL are going to equalize things up with a 9-9 scoreline.
It's going to be all tied up here. uFrag, their money is going to be in a horrible scenario right now. They have to just bite the bullet here, face the eco. You can see Claw's buying a little bit. I mean, you know, he's only got 5 kills, bless him. So I do like the fact they've given him a little bit more, a little bit of like a handicap into this round. As he tries to rush out mid, backed up, of course, by the rest of uFrag. They're only pushing up close and personal. It's Jenko from Cross to do some damage. Hype and Gray both get tagged down low. But that B push still going to be going unchecked. MCK able to find 1, finds 2, finds 3. He's looking for the spray down of Dreams, but Jesp and Jenko to back him up. It's going to be a 10th round on the cards for exceL here. And this is why Hugo should never disagree with me, the prediction king. Oh my god, if uFrag win now. BM.
Yeah, who knows, dude? I'm just gonna remain obsolete from this conversation. You know, it's impossible. But this is the okay. This is the buy I was about to say that really matters. And Dom, he's going to start it off great. Nice flick shot onto MCK. Got to be a 4-on-5 now. As uFrag, they set up towards. Looks like a potential split up towards A through long and short. The issue is they're sending 4 players up short, which is typically not the done thing, but maybe a late play from Craig to come up. Right, though, making that push. Oh no, that's terrible. Pommy, he's gone down and the bomb's actually been dropped towards middle. That's going to signal Jenko to go for that peek into short as well. Hype gets found. The Molotov to delay this push even longer, and uFrag, their entire plan has been given away to exceL. They know exactly what's going on with all 3 players up towards short. Now they're going to be making so many footsteps, and exceL, they should have this round on lockdown right now.
Frag trying to push out mid, just about to find 2. Cray finally trades things back. It's a 2-for-1 trade though, and now he's alone, isolated, and probably a little bit scared as he finds himself over in mid. Genko up towards top mid, gonna be able to eliminate him swiftly. A couple of taps, 1 in the head, 1 in the chest, that's all it needs. It's 11-9 in favor of exceL.
Yeah, now I retract it. Harry, exceL gonna win. You know.
I'll let you do that. I'll let you.
You're just trying to suck up so I can give you that North pick, even though I'm not gonna do it.
That's the thing.
I'm the spreadsheet owner. I'll kick you out.
If you kick me out of the spreadsheet, I kick you out of my life. But anyway,
Harry.
I know it's still gonna be coming up Claw as he finds that opening frag out towards long. Jesp gets taken down, and already actually they've lost a fully bought player. It's only a $700 investment from Claw. That's all it took. He's actually been able to put in some fairly decent numbers, at least in these last couple of rounds. Bearing in mind, a couple of rounds ago, now he was on 1 frag. Now he's on 7. So I'm giving him a lot of heat, but he's actually doing a lot better as of late. You can see Palmy's pushed up in that smoke. Might make something happen out towards B, but right now the one word I could use to define uFrag is going to be displaced. There is a lack of cohesion in this strategy. They're very spread out, very isolated from one another, and as they finally regroup over at long, it looks like A is going to be the site they decide to go for.
Yeah, and in pit, we are going to see a bit of a meltdown. Jenko, he has to go big, otherwise he's going to be overrun with these close-range Tech 9s. This could be dangerous. He's not going to be able to get much. Only 1. Claw tags along with the Eagle, and he's just been great with it. Takes down Mole as well, and these entries are actually going the way of uFrag. exceL, they have 2 players remaining, and Pommy and Dom both tagged up, yes, but they still have a chance to come back into this round for sure, especially with flanks like that.
Nice quick 180 though from Cryptix. Does leave it a 1 versus 3. Bomb trying to make its way up short. Cryptix knows that if he could deny that plant, sadly not going to be able to. Has to fall on back. He's got to worry about Claw up towards top mid, who does have an M4. Spots him out and finally lands that frag. It's going to be 10-11 here as uFrag perhaps have a little bit of a resurgence. exceL still have plenty of money though to buy on down. Result there, by no means out of this just yet.
Yep, but this is an important round in terms of which way the economy is going to go. It is very, very close, but neither team started to build up too much of a bank. Despite exceL having a 4-round streak, the constant rebuys of players has meant that their economy isn't really doing too great just yet. They've got a couple of players. No, they haven't. I mean, right, uFrag have more money from them right now, and they've only won 1 round. So they have 1 player on 1,700. The rest of them are 500 or below. So yeah, no economy for exceL to work off. It's going to be like whoever loses in the next round on eco, pretty much, unless uFrag get this bomb plant. I mean, they can justify a buy with the reserves that they have, but it's really, really close at this point in terms of money. So exceL, they need to make this one work. Otherwise, we may just see uFrag once again sweeping back and taking the lead. But this round, uFrag just setting up for what looks like a bit of long control. Claw trying to regain control over towards those doors. Just peeks himself in. Kind of remain clear at least. I'm not too sure what they've really got up their sleeves. This could be a potential mid to B, but with Claw still staying outside of long, I still think that maybe they're going to hit towards an A site take again. It's a hard one to tell, but they don't even seem sure. The fact that they keep going back and forth makes me think that, okay, do these guys even know what they want to do, or are they just kind of guessing? They're not playing off any information. They don't know the setup that exceL have. And with 30 seconds left, they've got to get this bomb down.
There's not a lot of time left. Like you say, they're trying to make their way out mid, but the utility usage going to be pivotal here as it does slow down that push. It's finally coming underway. Cryptic's in from B to find the first. He keeps shooting long after he's dead. We have 4-on-3. Pommy up close and personal to shut down one, leaving it a 2-on-3 scenario. Jenko and Mole, the two players tasked with trying to retake this one, make their way in. Be a lot of time left. They do have the kit up on Jenko, a little bit of utility as well, but retaking this B site when you're a man down is incredibly difficult. Flash goes out mid. That's going to catch Pommy off guard, and he's going to be eliminated from the equation here. The retake's still looking like it could be underway, but they have to find these frags quickly. Time's ticking away, and already it's looking like this is going to be impossible. Mole trying to make his way in. There's not going to be a lot of time left, and Jenko, oh, he's very delayed, and they're not going to look. They're not looking at this one. Oh my god, Jenko, what was that? Why were they doing that? What is UK Counter-Strike? What's going on? exceL, they pick up a 12th round. They shouldn't have done that. Jenko, I mean, that wasn't even him being good. That was uFrag just like having the spatial awareness of a goldfish. Oh my god. 10-12 now, and Hugo, I'm going to let you honestly retract your statement. Are you still going to go with uFrag, or have you properly changed to exceL here?
I don't know, dude. It's so hard. Flip a, do I have a coin? Let me flip a coin. Okay. One sec. Okay, I'm looking for it. Oh, I don't have a coin. Wait, I can go. Right, be right back. I'm getting a coin.
Well, there goes Hugo. He's gone to go get a coin, which is apparently a valid reason to get up and leave the cast. But here we go. I just earn more money for this round. It's all good. Jaspo towards long finds two. Claw and Cray both get taken down. He knows that Dom's in the corner and he wants another triple. And oh, baby, he's not going to get it. It's actually going to be Jenko to pick that one up. Pommy now alone over towards B. Finds himself in a 1 versus 5. And exceL, they're more than aware of this. MCK, almost like he has walls, looking at him there through the door. Going to be going for the peek. Spots him out and takes his head clean off. 10-13 now, as exceL find themselves 3 rounds ahead of uFrag. uFrag have no money left, and this should allow exceL to get to their 14th.
Right, Harry, who's heads and who's tails?
I'm going to say that exceL are heads.
Okay.
Actually, no, wait. uFrag are heads, exceL are tails.
Oh, I didn't flip it.
God, we're so terrible.
Okay, it's all good. It's all good. So, who's heads?
uFrag.
Okay, uFrag are going to win this map.
I'm still sticking with my knowledge. I
mean, I already disagree with my own prediction now, because exceL are 13, 10 up, and now uFrag are on eco. But whatever. Jenko, nice shot onto Claw there. We are going to see uFrag attempt to hit towards B, and Cray messes up his own flashbang. Flashes his team, flashes no enemies, and the round is going to fall apart here for uFrag. exceL cleanup, not even a death. And they get it to 14 as well. So uFrag now going into their last chance buy. This is where the comeback happens, Harry. This is where we see uFrag bring this back to a win. But going to be a long road ahead of them, and they've got to win the next 6 rounds unless they want to play it into OT.
No easy feat. Even if exceL lose this one, they will have enough money in the bank to buy on up. We can't see Mole peeking out long. He's going to be flashed out of position, and Jenko first of all. Actually, they win long control, and they keep the aggression going. Now they slow things down. The only issue with doing that is they bought plenty of time for exceL to fall on back, get in a position over at the A site. Now they're lined up perfectly to counteract this push, so it wouldn't surprise me to see uFrag maybe send a couple of players out long and then fall on back, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They do send one player over in towards pit. The remaining 4, though, make their way over towards mid.
Yeah, but getting ready to push out into middle. In the meantime, Jesper's actually going for that spot. You can see he's just looking for something. He's trying to bite. Down through short he goes. Flash goes over. It does work, but he's not going to be able to connect his own shots, which is a bit of an issue now. He has to back off. They don't even have long control at this point. This is dangerous. And we can already see Cray's found himself in pit. This is going to be a great take for uFrag. I can sense it. Hype gets the entry. There's one more to take down. Mole's peeking. The Molotov's doing great work, though, too, with the flames. They burn to a crisp, and Claw, he has to back off as he escapes in 9 HP. Mole, he's just going to be chasing him down with 2 players remaining. What was great for uFrag has suddenly fallen apart just because of a Molotov, sorry. Mole now remaining on 2 HP. He's going to have to do something phenomenal, or someone will on exceL if they want to make this work, because still the round's not over, and the bomb's going to be down on B.
Mole gets caught looking the wrong way. MCK now going to find himself in a 1 versus 2. The question is, does he know that Claw is only 9 HP? Or, of course, is rotated over in towards mid. MCK has to check this angle, and as he makes his way on down, check it, Pommy. Ready and waiting. It's going to be able to eliminate him. There we go. It's going to be 11-14. The 25th round going to be going the way of uFrag there. 3 rounds the difference between these two teams. exceL have such a huge bank that they can afford to buy on down regardless. We will be seeing just rifles upon rifles on the CT side. uFrag still a little bit strapped for cash. We'll have enough for pretty much everything they would need. Dom might be a little bit bare, but other than that, everyone else gonna have the full utility belt to take into action. The Molotov at long gonna be chipping a few of these players down low early on, but they don't account for Claw, who's pushed out aggressively. He deals with Jenko. Immediately, it's gonna be a 4-on-4. This time, though, the trade's gonna be going more favorably the way of exceL early on.
Yeah. Again, we're still, you know, in that process of important rounds. Neither team has built up this economy yet, so fact of the matter is, whoever wins, you know, each round is going to be probably facing an eco as we carry on until the economy starts to straighten out for either side. So if exceL win this round, they're going to most likely win the game. But if uFrag can pick it up, then a comeback is looking very likely, and a 13-14 scoreline is going to be just looming. So here we go. This is where it all starts to happen. uFrag pushing up towards short. We have a bit of control towards long too. Cryptic's great angle, spraying away. Dom gets tagged up, but he doesn't go down, and that's important. He's still alive. Pommy gets the entry onto Jesp. A Mole on the site. They need to clear him out ASAP. Claw does do so, and uFrag, they've got control of the site. There's already 2 players remaining for exceL, and they've got to hit their shots. Cryptic's does get smoked off, and Molly. He should be saving this one. If they save 2 rifles, maybe they can force out a buy out of this, but if not, it's going to be nothing but an eco. MCK, that's not even worth it going for the chase, and that Molotov, that's just sealed the deal here.
Yeah, it's going to be forced on out. They should try and save the 2 M4s here. It will allow them to buy up into the next round. If they do so, it's a big if, as it doesn't like uFrag want to go hunting a little bit. They understand that if they can take out one of these players, then they could force the hand of exceL into an eco on the next one. You know, they don't really have a lot of money either. Both teams just opting to play it safe. Looks like we will be seeing exceL be able to save these 2 rifles. No one from uFrag wants to go particularly too aggressive here. It's going to be 12-14, so, you know, exceL by no means out of the woods just yet.
Yeah, but let's see what they do with this buy. They can definitely get it together, so it's still a decent buy because of the saved rifles. But without that, it could have been total dynasty for exceL. So very decent buy actually. Yeah, no AWP in play. uFrag aren't even committing to it themselves either, despite almost having the economy for it. So out towards B, they set up. MCK, aggression. Oh no, you should not be doing that. A lineup for MCK. Hype and Dom both falling. That could be it. That could be it. That could be the end of the game. exceL could close this one out. Craze already standing in T-spawn with his knife out, not having a clue what just happened. And that has got to tilt uFrag. There's no way you should be going for those kind of lineups over in the B tunnels. It's such an easy position to spray down as a CT, even with an A1S. uFrag, they've got to be in dismay after that one.
They're over towards mid for the time being. Bomb still set up in towards upper tunnels. Stunned and confused for the time being. They've already lost 2 players thanks to that insane kind of shots there over towards sorry, the same frags over towards B. They've already lost 2. Hype and Dom both been taken out. Molotov going to be coming in. It's going to force Cryptic out of position, but he is backed up nicely by his teammate on plat. MCK shutting things down. We dealt with, but they don't account for up close in the smoke. It's going to be Cryptic who snuck past undetected. He's behind enemy lines, and oh, this is embarrassing. Pommy gets taken down, and he finds the second on a Cray as well. 12-15 now as exceL. They reach match point. And while uFrag, they are going to have enough money to buy on down across the board. Cray might be a little bit strapped for cash, but everyone else should be doing okay. There will be enough utility in play for them to try and make some progress out towards these sites. They've also got the AWP on Claw, which is a bit of a curious buy. I mean, on the T side, he's kind of been a key element to their success.
Yeah, I feel like this game is just over at this point, right? exceL have overtime secured, basically, and they have the money to play with as well. The only dark horse is that AWP I was about to mention, and Glory actually gets to pick with it as well. Takes down MCK. Oh, here's the thing. Hype should know what's going on here. There's a player who's close. Cryptic has to back off, and they does go out, but it's not going to do any significant damage here. uFrag just playing this one slow now after finding that pick. There's no point in throwing this one away. Don't stand together in the B tunnels. You know, nothing like that. Jenko going to take down another one towards short. Pommy goes down, and exceL, they equalize things out. So a viable round for either side, but At this point, uFrag have got to be severely worried about what's going to be happening. If they don't hit their shots, that's it. It's over. Dust 2 is a map where you can't really out-strategize your opponent without bad aim as well. And actually, there's something potentially good here. exceL are playing for retake on A. They've gone for the double long setup. If uFrag realizes sooner or later, they can commit towards short, take that bomb down, and then play the short after plants. This could be perfect.
I mean, all the stars seem to have lined for the time being for uFrag as they make their way up short. No one's there to watch out for it, and the only player with an earshot that can really do anything about this is kind of trapped over towards pit in the form of Jenko. Mole's there as well, just able to find one down in CT. Gonna convert it back into a 3-on-3, but his teammates a little bit absent in this retake. They finally push up long. Claw might get caught out here, but Crayon from short to back him up finds 2 frags. Now it's all on Jenko. He's going to be 1 versus 3, able to find 1, but he's still got 2 players left to contend with, and as he goes for the cross, Dom should be able to shut this down. What's that coming over the hill? It is going to be Jenko, and he gets taken down. 13-5 now as uFrag, they fight on back, and exceL are going to be forced onto an eco.
Ooh, this is interesting. Has to be an eco before the final buy in the 15-14, and are we going to see 2 16-14s, or are we going to be seeing overtime, Harry? What's the consensus?
I think sadly it's going to go 16-14, which is what it did on Overpass. So
I think overtime is just looking so likely here, though. If you look at the money of exceL, but they've not got the loss bonus in their favor. Yes, oh sorry, Cryptic's buying the scout is understandable in the sense that he has a little bit extra money, but they don't have enough to go for a full buy in the next round. They can't get an AWP, really. They can't get too much. I mean, Cryptic does make it work in the sense that he gets himself 1 kill, but I can't imagine too much will come with the scout. This is going to be a really hard round.
I'll give you my predictions here. So uFrag win this one. It's going to go 14-15. exceL take it 16-14 for the 2nd time today. Then, like a Russian who's just found a new bit of music he likes, they'll disband. Bam, done. Right, that was a terrible joke. I know. But here we go anyway. I'm a dad, right? So here we go. It's going to be 4-on-5. Actually, Cryptic's already been able to find 1 on the back of that scout. That was so
no, not like this, Harry. No, I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you, but it's going to be the eco win, isn't it? 3v5. Oh, for God's sake. I'm so triggered. It's going to happen, Harry.
Yeah, it looks like it could actually. They should be able to grab a gun on the back of these 2 frags. They'll be able to find. Have got hype. He's made his way up short. He's still going to worry about that player by Goose in the form of Jenko. Go for this peek. Jenko might be tagged down low. Jenko goes on out. He lands a dink. Hype's going to be able to get the kill regardless, but still he's tagged down now to 44 HP, putting him within 1-shot kill range on that scout. Scout looking to do work, and Cryptic shuts it down on the cross. It's all on Dom. Dom finds himself 1 versus 4. There's only 4 seconds left. He's going to go for the plant, and Cryptic's the game frozen midair. He's going to be going for it again. He tags him down, and there's MCK. uFrag are going to be just completely wrecked there on that eco. exceL had no business winning that round, but they do anyway. 16-14. Oh, I was right.
4 USPs and a scout. I didn't like the scout buy, but it works. I'm so triggered, dude.